A lot of my subscribers write to me asking for harder or more tricky riddles. I haven't slept for days thinking up the most difficult riddles for you to really exercise your brain to the max. I'm talking about fun, exciting, and challenging riddles. No schoolbook stuff. Well, I did it. Here are 8 tricky riddles that will make you think hard. But I bet that when you see the answer, you'll smile. You'll see how easy it actually is. You just need to think outside the box. If you find these tough little riddles to be easy, well, you're a genius. Congratulations. Write to me and I'll try to come up with an impossible-to-pass quiz just for you. How is this possible? You're on the second floor of an abandoned house. There are terrible stories about this house. Maybe some of them are true. All the windows are smashed out. It's very freaky. You know for sure that there's a ghost in the room, but you're the only one in there. How is this possible? You've got 12 seconds to solve this tricky riddle. The answer? You are the ghost. Not my job. Border guards of 2 countries discovered a strange car with a suitcase full of diamonds in it. The diamonds were packed in the back part of the car. The car was empty and was exactly in the middle of the border of the 2 countries. Which country's customs officers should investigate this diamond smuggling case? I'll give you 12 seconds for this riddle. Your time starts now. The answer? Border guards shouldn't investigate anything at all. It should be done by the police. Easy science. The science teacher said, "Today we have a difficult test, but I'll give you a chance to get an A without even taking it. The first one to answer my question correctly won't have to take the test, but they'll still get an A." Then he puts 2 buckets of water in front of the students. Now imagine that we heat the water in one bucket to 100 degrees Fahrenheit and cool the water in the other bucket to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we take 2 identical coins and simultaneously throw them into the 2 buckets. Which of the coins will sink to the bottom faster? Think carefully, guys. Your 12 seconds starts now. The answer? The one that will be thrown into the hot water will sink. The other bucket's water will be frozen solid. The coin won't sink at all. Glass riddle. Which glass has more water? Answer? The paperclip has the smallest volume, which means there is the most amount of water. How about this one? Which glass has more water? The answer? It's this one. Okay, next. Which glass has more water? I'm sure you'll get this one right away. The answer? This glass has more water. Which glass has more water? I think this is the hardest one by far. answer? Even though these glasses are different at the bottom, they still hold the same amount of water. The needle has the smallest volume, so this glass has the most water. A suspicious story. There was a fire in George and Jim's office. The two were in the middle of a difficult negotiation. George didn't survive the fire. Jim escaped by climbing out the window using a rope that George had given him. Jim showed the detective the snow-white rope. The detective unwound the rope and said that it looked completely new. Only one of the ends was burned. What was up with that? Jim said, "When the fire broke out, I tied one end of the rope to a heavy sofa and threw the rope out the window. The rope reached all the way to the ground. I was so lucky. I grabbed the rope with my hands and slid down from the 3rd floor." The detective knew Jim was lying. What's suspicious about Jim's story? You have 12 seconds to answer the question. The answer? Sliding down a non-specialized rope like this one from such a great height, that would rip up Jim's unprotected hands. There should be traces of blood all over the rope. The wife's response. Derek went on a scientific expedition. A few days later, he called his wife and said, "I met an old friend on the trip. Can he come stay with us for a while?" The wife said, "Of course, your friend can stay with us as much as he wants." And then the husband said, "Only, I have to warn you. He was in an accident recently. He went blind." The wife thought for a while. "Then ask him to come for just a short time, like 1 day maximum. It's gonna be a drag to be in the same house as a disabled person." The husband immediately hung up the phone. He never returned home. His wife tried to find him. She called him tons of times, but he had just disappeared. A month later, she met him by chance on the street. As soon as she looked at him, she immediately realized what a cruel mistake she had made. Why didn't Derek come home? I'll give you 12 seconds for this unusual riddle. The answer? Guys, there was no friend. Derek was the one who went blind on the scientific expedition. When he heard what his wife said on the phone, he realized his wife would never accept him, so he decided not to come back at all. Fake me out. Mia went to a cafe with some friends. There, she met 3 friendly guys. The guys told her a little bit about themselves. The first guy said that he had traveled to Asia and even visited Peru there. The second guy said he was an astronaut. When he went out on his first spacewalk, he admired the beautiful view of Earth and enjoyed the singing of the wind orbiting the Earth. The third guy said that he was in the Navy and he'd visited various ports around the world. But the truth is, he hates swimming. Who lied to Mia? You got 12 seconds to solve this tricky puzzle. The answer? The first guy and the second guy are lying. Peru isn't in Asia, it's in South America. And there's no wind in outer space. It's a vacuum. Suspicious wife. John was an excellent hunter and he went hunting every Thursday. This time out, he discovered the body of a man and he immediately called the police. The detective examined the body. The coroner said that the body had been there for a week and a half. Soon, the identity of the victim was determined. The detective immediately went to the ex-wife of the injured man, Jane. Jane said, Oh, good thing you found him. I missed him so much. It happened just recently. He just left for work as normal, but he never returned. After listening to Jane, the detective arrested her. Why? I'll give you 10 seconds to answer this easy one. The answer? Her husband disappeared a week and a half ago, but she never went to the police? Isn't that a bit suspicious? there are two top secret organizations in the world. They've always competed against each other, but now, something's come along that will change everything. One of the organizations has started to invent a new and all-powerful weapon. Secret Agent Smith had to find out as much information as possible about the new weapon. There was one computer in the world that had the necessary information. It was in a secret bunker. Luckily, Mr. Smith had found out where it was. Mr. Smith's mission was top secret. That's why he was taken to the bunker's secret location by submarine. Do you have what it takes to take on this challenge with Secret Agent Smith? Let's see if your IQ is good enough to solve these hard riddles and save the world. On the submarine trip, Smith found out about a crewman named Jack. Someone had struck him over the head. The captain asked Agent Smith to help him find the culprit. Luckily, there were cameras on board. 3 suspects were soon found. Agent Smith helped the captain question each of them. Let's hear what they said. Rick said, "I couldn't have attacked Jack because I was in my cabin the whole time. I'm new to submarines. To be honest, I spend most of my days running to the toilet, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I didn't see anything." Harry said, "I have no idea who could have done it. I mean, everyone liked Jack. He was kind and funny, plus he was a great crewman. I was up on deck getting some fresh air when the whole thing happened." And Richard says, "When the attack happened, I was on duty in the dining room. I was super busy serving food. I only found out about it much later." Who is lying? You have 10 seconds to identify the liar. The answer? It was Harry. Sure, you can go up on the deck of a submarine, but this is a top secret mission. The submarine is definitely in stealth mode, far below the surface. The captain thanked Agent Smith for his help. Smith reached the secret location and left the submarine. The agent approached the secret coordinates. Now he had to find the bunker. After some searching around, he found it. It wasn't too hard. I mean, after all, he was a world-class secret agent. In order to get into the bunker, Secret Agent Smith had forged some documents and had made a fake uniform. There was one guard at the entrance, but Smith didn't expect any problems. Suddenly, the guard looked up and asked him a question. The guard says, "I have a head and a tail, but no body. What am I?" I'll give you 10 seconds to answer our secret entrance riddle. The answer? A coin. The guard examined the agent's documents one more time, and then he let him in. Soon, Agent Smith found the computer with the plans for the top secret weapon. Agent Smith took out his flash drive. He started to download the data, but halfway through, all the lights went out. Agent Smith grabbed the flash drive and decided to make a run for it. Smith spent a long time looking for an exit from the bunker. It was really dark in there. Suddenly, he came across 3 portals. The first portal would take him to a village in East Africa, which was being terrorized by a hungry and dangerous lion. The second portal would take him to a big city with a crazy maniac on the loose. He had already killed several victims, 10 red-haired people. The third portal would take him to a village with a gang of ruthless and violent criminals. So which door should Secret Agent Smith choose? Your 12 seconds starts now. Think carefully. The answer? The second portal. Agent Smith has brown hair, not red. The maniac won't attack him. Smith escaped the bunker and found a hotel in the city. He had a lot of work to do. In the hotel, he checked the stolen data. The agent found some info about a man who was involved with the top secret weapon. Moreover, there was a photo of the man on the USB. Agent Smith looked closely at the photo. He figured out that the photo was taken in a hostel. He found the top 3 hostels in the city, good reviews and everything. He decided to check them out. There was Asol, a big hostel with big shared windows and 19 floors. Then there was Arenkim, another big hostel with panoramic windows near the main entrance, and it had 20 floors. Then there was Hostel Brew, a kind of nondescript 2-story building. So which hostel should the agent go to find the man? Lean in and search for the vital clues. You have 12 seconds. Judging by the photo, the man was in the second hostel. Smith found the right man and managed to get some crucial information out of him. He recorded the whole interrogation on his phone. In the evening, Agent Smith was planning to fly home to pass the information along to his boss. Agent Smith put his phone in with some souvenirs in his hand luggage, so as not to attract attention. During the flight, he went to the toilet. When he returned to his seat, he noticed that someone had taken his bag. Smith questioned the people sitting nearby. He said, "Who took my bag?" The first passenger said, "I was reading my book. I didn't see anything." The second passenger said, "I was watching a movie on my tablet. I have no idea who stole your souvenirs." And the third passenger said, I was sleeping. Wait, what happened? Who stole the agent's bag? You've only got 10 seconds to figure out who the liar is. The answer? It was the second passenger. The agent didn't mention anything about souvenirs in his bag. Smith got his bag back and finished his mission successfully.